Hey guys, how you doing? Guess what I'm gonna do today? We've got 30 days till Starfield comes out, and quite frankly, I can't think of anything to play. It's a sad commentary on how bad PC gaming is right now. Now, I think it's gonna be great over the next few months. I think the last maybe last 1.5 quarters of 2023 are going to be, I think they're going to be good, because we're getting Starfield in September, early September, or let's just say end of August, like August 30th, September 1st, something like that, if you got the early access for Starfield. And then end of September we get the Cyberpunk 2077 expansion. And I think those two games are going to be very good, probably excellent, maybe sublime. And I asked myself, why do I have several thousand hours in Fallout 4 and Skyrim? And why do I only have maybe 200 hours in Diablo 4? And I think the answer isn't readily apparent, because I'm not going to make the argument that Fallout 4 and Skyrim are perfect. There's no such thing as perfect in anything. Perfection is a goal. It's not obtainable, but it's something that you should be striving for. And for me, Fallout 4 is the greatest game ever made. This is my number one game. I think it's absolutely sublime. And the reason for that is because there are so many fun things to do in the Commonwealth. Because I can stand here on top of the structure that I built, and I can look out, and I can go there. That building in the distance, I can go there. Okay? And I can have an adventure along the way. And I don't know exactly what's going to happen. There are so few games that can deliver that. But Fallout 4 and Skyrim succeed masterfully in giving you a big open world. Like Todd Howard said, they want to give you a menu that you can order from, and they want that menu to be as diverse and as large as possible. They want to say yes to the gamer, to the player, as often as they can. And while Fallout 4 is not perfect, and Skyrim is not perfect, they are two of the greatest games ever made. And it's one of the reasons why I'm so hopeful for Starfield, because I look at the content that's provided to us in Starfield, and I compare it to what I've played in Fallout 4 and Skyrim, and I see much of the DNA of those games in Starfield. Now, some of that might be wishful thinking. I know that. But I don't think completely. I think the vast majority of what we see in the Starfield early release material, what we see is things that we've seen and done in Skyrim and in Fallout 4. And that's a damn good thing, because those two games are masterpieces. They're all-time classics. And for me, Fallout 4 is the greatest game ever made. It's my number one game. I like it more even than Deus Ex Human Revolution, which I consider to be sublime. 9.5. And this game's a 9.5. Because there is no 10. Okay? I will never give a game, or a movie, or a TV show a 10 out of 10. I don't think it's possible. But 9.5? Definitely. Right? And I think what Fallout 4 and what Skyrim achieve is a level of immersion that other games wish for. Now, you'll notice I don't have the radio playing. I love the radio. I love Diamond City radio. I like to listen to it while I play, but I can't because I'll get a copyright strike if I run it, so I have to turn it off. But I think that... Oh, that's a mistake. Excuse me for just a second here. Stupid mole rats. I hate that. I don't think mobs should be teleporting on top of you in this game. So that, you know, that's a small way as in where Fallout 4 is not perfect. The mole rats teleporting on top of you. But the music, the sound, the visuals, the gunplay, the gameplay in general, it's almost perfect. It's so close to perfection. And it's so immersive. You feel like you're here. You feel like you're fighting raiders. You know? It's one of the ways Diablo 4 fails. Diablo 4 has no immersion, or so little immersion that I don't even notice it. I don't feel like I'm a barbarian. I don't feel like I'm a rogue. Whereas in Skyrim, I feel like I'm a member of the Thieves Guild, and I'm sneaking around and doing things that rogues do, you know, stealing and spying and backstabbing people. It's very immersive. Diablo 4 is not immersive. Diablo 3 isn't immersive. It just doesn't have any immersion for me. It can be entertaining, but it doesn't have that sublime quality that these games have. And again, I'm not saying they're perfect, but what I'm saying is that there's a level of entertainment here that other games just simply don't achieve. You know? Playing in first person is so important to me, because this is how you experience the world. And while the graphics might not be photorealistic, they get the job done. Okay? And we've seen the graphics for Starfield, and I think it looks fantastic. And I think that playing an RPG, a true RPG with real content, Skyrim and Fallout 4 have some of the best RPG content ever made. The main campaigns are excellent. Many of the side quests are excellent. Some of the side quests aren't. You know, you look at a game like Witcher 3 that gets a lot of acclaim and a lot of praise for its storytelling, and justifiably so. Oh, was that a... No, I didn't think he was... No. But really, spoiler alert, The Witcher 3's plot is very simplistic. Okay? Geralt is basically following Ciri. Everywhere Ciri's gone, Geralt follows. So you go from A to B to C to D to E. It's just him chasing Ciri across the world. Now, when he catches up to Ciri, interesting things happen. Very, very well told stories develop. But the overall plot is very simplistic. And so, I think, in my opinion, the plot of Fallout 4 is more sophisticated than the plot of Witcher 3. Now, some of the side quests in Witcher 3 and some of the details of those plot points in Witcher 3 are superior to some of the storytelling points in Fallout 4. And I think where Witcher 3 succeeds masterfully, the thing it does the best, is its characterization of the father-daughter relationship that develops between Geralt and Ciri. It is some of the most sophisticated storytelling that we've seen in PC gaming. Hands down. Love The Witcher 3. One of my top 10 games. Not sure if it's top 5. I'd have to take a long, careful look at it. But it might be top 5. Fallout 4 and Skyrim are definitely in my top 5, and Fallout 4 is my #1 game of all time. You know, you go back and you look Fallout 3. That was a big deal when it came out. Very big deal. Now, I played Fallout 1 and Fallout 2 as well. A lot of people were pissed that they abandoned the 3D isometric perspective from Fallout 1 and 2. I loved it. I loved going to first person because I think this is more immersive. This is how we experience our world, first person perspective. And if you can get a game that can replicate that, for me, it's so much more immersive. And immersion is it for me. It's not just entertainment. You know, you can say, oh, did the game entertain me or not? Did the movie entertain me? Did the TV show entertain me? That is a... Oh, here comes the... He's got a bomb on his back. Gotta watch out for that guy. You know, different games can entertain you in different ways, and that's a good thing. You know, Diablo entertains through combat and chasing after loot and working on builds. There's a lot of metagaming that goes on into your enjoyment of Diablo. And that's fine. But for me, games like Diablo, Diablo 2, Diablo 3, Diablo 4, they don't rise to the highest levels of gaming experience because they're just not that immersive. And I think they're limited by their third-person isometric perspective. It's a barrier between me and the experiential aspect of the game. And it just doesn't draw me in the way a first-person RPG can when it's really special, like Fallout 4 is, like Skyrim is. You know, the gunplay in Fallout 3 was pretty bad. It really was pretty bad. It's you go back and you try to play Fallout 3, and you know the bullets just don't go where you think they're gonna go. And Fallout New Vegas, as excellent a game as it is, what a great questing game. That's the strength of Fallout New Vegas, is its quests. The gunplay is pretty lacking. You've got to run mods. You've got to patch that thing up to get the gunplay to anything even remotely as good as the gunplay in Fallout 4. And that's one of the reasons why Fallout 4 is a better game. But it's also a newer game, you know, and Bethesda is learning. And I look back at Fallout 3, Fallout New... And I know Fallout New Vegas was made by Obsidian, produced by Bethesda. But I think Bethesda learned lessons from Fallout New Vegas. And I think they learned lessons from Fallout 3. I think they learned lessons from Fallout 76. I really do. I think Bethesda took a hit on that one. And that gives me hope for Starfield. Because I look, especially at like the skill system. The skill system would be one of my biggest complaints of Skyrim. I just don't think the skill up through use. I just don't know that it works in a video game. Especially a first-person perspective video game. I think Fallout 4's system of this, you know, you tiered where you put points into the basic, into your basic attributes, and then that unlocks perks that you can rank up as you gain levels. I think this is a superior skill system when compared to Skyrim. And I mean, Skyrim does have perk points, but it's still a skill up through use. And we look at Starfield, and we see that Starfield seems to be this very interesting, hopefully innovative skill system that has the Fallout 4 level slash perk point system, and it does seem to have some of the skill up through use that that Skyrim has, because there's challenges within each perk, and you rank up the perk through doing these challenges. Like you pick 5 locks, pick 15 locks, pick 50 locks. But I look at Fallout 4, and I think it's superior right here. The settlement system. I think this is absolutely brilliant. That you can come in here, you can build and design these settlements, you can gear your settlers. You see I've equipped them with armor and weapons and whatnot. You give them jobs, and they create an economy for you. And you link them together. You link them together with supply routes, and we're going to have this in Starfield, okay? I see Bethesda building on a successful system. I see it as iterative. And I think that's what Diablo 4 failed to do. And that gives me a lot of hope for Starfield. Because I think they've taken 2 of the best games ever made, Fallout 4 and Skyrim. And I hope that they're taking the best parts of these 2 games and combining them into a new game. Now, I mean, Starfield's going to be its own game. It's going to be, I hope it's going to be able to stand on its own, but at the same time, it's able to learn from these past games, keep what works, change what didn't work, right? And if that happens, I think we're going to have Game of the Year with Starfield. I hope we're going to have Game of the Year. I hope we're going to have the special je ne sais quoi that you get from Fallout 4 and from Skyrim. That immersive feeling of being there. That immersive feeling of possibility. I can go in any direction I want and create my own adventure. You know, as I head over in this direction, I can go up there. Right? There's a gunner right there. Oh. Well, that's a sentry bot, isn't it? Uh-oh. I'll get him. There we go. You know, I can go over there. There's an adventure to be had. Right? There's enemies to face. There's loot to find. Ooh. That's a pretty tough gunner to take 2 shots from my Overseer's Guardian. So yeah. That's what I wanted to do today. I wanted to talk about why I think Fallout 4 and Skyrim are so great. And I wanted to talk about why I think that greatness gives me hope for Starfield. And of course, gives me hope for Elder Scrolls 6 and for Fallout 5. But yeah, I think in Starfield we're going to get something truly special. At least I hope. I hope. And that's why I love Fallout 4. That's why I have, you know, more than 1,000 hours in Fallout 4. I have more than 1,000 hours in Skyrim. I've played through them multiple times. Hell, I'm still playing Fallout 4 because I think most of the games out right now suck. I don't think they're worth my time or my money. Yeah, that's it, guys. That's what I wanted to talk about today. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you next time. Have a good one.